This week's Tour Championship marks the 18th beginning of the Jon Rahm PGA Tour at the beginning of the calendar year. And I don't think I can add more, said the Spanish, who is already committed to some events in Europe after FedExcup playoffs end on Sunday at East Lake, in addition to welcoming a second child at the beginning of this month. Therefore, it is not surprising that Rahm was a little nervous when asked about the announcement of last week's tour that the best players, as defined by the Impact program of now $100 million, would be required to play a minimum of 20 times from the Sentry Champions Tournament at January at the end of the playoffs in August, or lose the PIP bonus money of that season. That requirement, designed to ensure that the best of the tour competes with each other more frequent and elevated and elevated and elevated and elevated. 3 other openings of a player's choice. If a player is not eligible for one of the mandatory events, he would not count on him, although that should not be a problem for a player like Rahm. Do we all play them? Rahm asked, who, like other Europeans, must also play for DP World Tour events to satisfy the tour guidelines of the tour, and, therefore, remain eligible for the Ryder Cup. Complete field scores of the Tour Championship. When he was told yes, Rahm continued, if we have to play all those 20, then, 100% it would be much to ask the Europeans. I would not be surprised if that changes because that makes me in a difficult position. If I'm going to play Europe in autumn as I am going to go, I have to play from January to August 20th. So yes, especially with the Ryder Cup and have to play 4 in Europe, yes, I think it is a bit requested, and I would not be surprised if they check a rule or make an exception for some players. But if they do for players like me and Rory McIlroy, they could have to do it for everyone. In comparison, McIlroy has made 14 openings this year on the tour to go along with 2 beginnings of DPWT at the beginning of the year, so Rahm is not the only player who could have the task of playing more next year.